Hello, I hope you guys are on your best behavior today. We are going to be looking at some multi-step and single-step word problems. I'm going to show you today how you're going to fill out the form and how you're going to submit it today. Okay, as we can see, it's multi-step and single-step word problems. I added in under name. I typed in Mr. Jumper already, but you could do your own thing there. Okay, we scroll down and it says fill in the blanks with the numbers that work for the problem and then answer the problem. So you may have seen some of these problems yesterday when we were working together at my back table if we met yesterday. If not, it'll be your first time looking at them today. Either way, you're still going to get to do them. Okay, the first one says a car dealership received a new shipment of cars last week. They were already blank cars on the lot before the shipment arrived. If the shipment brought an additional blank cars, and if the manager wanted to divide all the cars into blank equal rows, how many cars would be in each row? Okay, so I'm going to go through first and I'm going to fill in numbers that would work for this. Now, I'm going to start off with 15 cars on the lot. Now, I'm going to switch the color so it's easier to see, and I'd like you to do the same for when I check it. If the shipment brought an additional 5 cars, ooh, switching that to red as well. And if the manager wanted to divide all the cars up into let's do 4 equal rows. How many cars would be in each row? Okay, so now I filled in the numbers that'll work for the problem, and now I need to answer the problem. To answer the problem, I'm going to click down in the box below. I have all this area here where it's kind of spaced out, and I'm going to go up to Insert, and I'm going to go to Drawing. Now, this should look familiar. It should look just like Google Draw that we used earlier on to kind of illustrate a picture of the arch. It has the same pieces. So I'm going to click in here and I could see, my actions. It kind of undo, redo, zoom in. I have my select tool. I have the line tool. I have some shapes, text box, images. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is my text box. And I'm going to start off with the actual problem. So the car dealership had 15 cars to start, and they added 5 cars, which gave them 20 cars. Then the dealer had 20 cars, and they divided it up into rows of 4 and add 5 cars per row. Okay, so I kind of answered the problem. But now I'm going to go through and I'm going to illustrate it as well. So I'm going to start off, and I know that I had 5 cars. Now I'm going to use a box as my car because drawing a car is not my thing. And it takes too much time and it's not really math related. So I copied it. I touched it, then I did Control C. And now I should be able to do Control V and add in my cars. Okay, so I added a couple cars here. So I know I need 15 cars to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, actually, I did 10, 11. Now, I know I need 3 more cars. I think I should be able to use my select tool, select 3 blocks, Control C, Control V, and it adds down the 3 more that I needed. So now I have my 15 cars that I started with. And the dealer bought an additional 5 cars. So I could do the same thing. I know I already have 3 in the paste, so maybe I just want to do Control V again, and give me 6 more, and then I could just delete 1 off. So let's get rid of 1 by using the backspace key. Okay, so now I can see I have my 15 cars plus 5 more cars gave me 20 cars. But I want my problem to represent then the 20 broken up into rows of 4. So I could take my cars. I noticed I didn't have enough cars the first time. I'm actually missing a car. I only had 14 over here. I was wondering why it wasn't going to work. And over here, then I have 5. So maybe I just need to take one of these, Control C, Control V for copy and paste, and put it in. Okay, so right now I have 15 cars plus 5 cars equals 20 cars. Now I could do that, or I could arrange them into the 20 divided by 4, but I need to be able to show the answer. So if I wanted to do another spot over here and broke them up into rows of 4, I could. Maybe I'll do that, because I know that I could use that copy and paste tool to kind of show what's happening. Okay, so over here now I have my plus. Maybe I could use my scribble line. I thought my scribble line would work. Let's try a different line. Ooh, okay, so there now I have my other line. Now maybe I want to take all my cars. I did the Control C, Control V. Let me drag them over here to the side. I could get rid of that plus arrow now. And now maybe I want to put them into rows of 4. Because I know that my dealer put them into rows of 4 because it wanted to know how many rows I had. Now, if I want to get even fancier, I should be able to take that same shape. Maybe I want to put it behind all of them. So if I would make a bigger box, it didn't work. Well, we could kind of see, and you could mess around with it to see what you could do. I bet there's a way that you could go in there and switch up some of your shapes. I see we have a line color tool over here. We have a fill color over here. You could go around and figure out how you could make it so that it's best able to see what's happening. When you're finished, I save and close. And my picture must have been too big because I see it moved it down to the next page, but that's okay. So I have my original problem about the car dealership in red, and then I have my work that I did. Now I could click on my picture that I did and I could drag it to make it smaller. So now it's up on the same page as the problem. Now there are three problems to do. Then at the directions at the bottom, you have the answer 654. Create and answer the word problem by showing your work. Be sure to type up the problem. So you could just click in here to type up your problem that I do. So let's see, type problem here. You could type up your problem, and then you could go through and insert, drawing to do your work. Okay, best behavior.